Good evening. Welcome to Straight at 8 viewers. I'm Ritu Manan Bhardwaj. We get you in 10 days from now. The first stone is going to be laid at Ram Mandir, and at the Bhumi Pujan that's going to be grand. Prime Minister Modi is also going to be there on August 5th. As we're going to be countdown to that, what's most going to be there, we get you reports from what's happening at Ayodhya. Today we saw UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath talking about the preparations. Remember, a 136-year-old battle, 528 years to this, and finally Ram Mandir becomes a reality.
India awaits August 5 as the date of Ram Janmabhoomi Pujan is nearing. We are here at Vishwa Hindu Parishad model of Ram Temple. We have with us the model of Vishwa Hindu Parishad Ram Temple, which was earlier to be constructed as per this design. But in the trust meeting happened few days back, some changes were made in that particular construction work. I want to tell you the model, the design will remain same as per the VHP, but few changes have been made just to attract more viewers, just to give temple a grand look. I want to show you the domes here. There are, as you can see, 3 domes are there, 1, 2 and 3. But now in the new model, it has been assigned that apart from 3 domes, there will be 5 domes, and that will be sky high domes to attract more tourists, to make the temple more grand. Now I want to tell you about the height of the temple. Earlier the height of this particular temple was supposed to be 128 feet, means 128 feet. But now as per the new rule, the design will now be 168 feet. That will succeedingly increase the height of this temple, which will also attract more viewers, more tourists in this particular place. So these changes have been made. Apart from that, radius has also been increased. Earlier the temple used to be 60 acres, but now it is expected to be somewhere around 100 acres. So all these things are happening, and decisions have been made to, in a way, make the temple grand, give it a grand look. So all of this happening in Ayodhya, and however the design hasn't been revealed yet by the government, but the clarity is very clear that 5 domes in place of 3, and height 128 height will now be 161 feet.
And viewers, even as we're celebrating the sentiments of so many billion Hindus and Indians who are going to be celebrating this, let me go and introduce my panel today. We have Sudesh Verma, spokesperson of the BJP, joining us. Ishkaran Bhandari, lawyer, joining us. Pradeep Bhandari, founder of Jan Ki Baat, who's with us. Chetan Singh, political analyst and lawyer, also with us. Danish Qureshi, political analyst, who's also with us. Tausif Ahmed Khan, who's also with us. I welcome all of you gentlemen on the show, and my first question here, Tausif Ahmed Khan is with us, Sudesh Verma is with us. Tausif Ahmed Khan, it's a time for celebration. This is not a time for communalizing this. Several pleas are filed. Remember, only 200 people are going to be there. August 5th, it's a grand time for Bhumi Pujan. And yet, please continue to be filed. And this time, remember, there is going to be social distancing. Only 200 people would be in that area. And yet, another attempt is made to communalize something that is there. Because once the last attempt to communalize it in the courts have finished, but yet another new way to polarize the issue is being raked up.
You see, when politics is mixed with religion, that is the most unfortunate thing to happen. Prime Minister, sitting in the post of Prime Minister, and the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, they must prioritize their time, where they are going to spend it and what they are going to do, because publicly they are under microscope. People of the state and people of the country have expectations from the Prime Minister and the Chief Minister that in this time of Corona crisis, when entire world leaders everywhere around the world leaders are channelizing their time and energy and resources to fight Corona, and they are not distracted by anything else. You know, if the government chooses for an event like, for an event like Bhumi Pujan to happen, then let the temple Mahant do that. And that's what the Mahant from Varanasi and from Ayodhya and various other Mahant are saying this, that this event should be done by a religious person rather than a political person like Narendra Modi. Because now you're going to mix religion with politics, and now you are going to encash political dividend out of a religious and a spiritual act. That is where the people, including the Mahant of so many mandirs, are raising questions about this event.
Can I respond? Ridhima?
Tauseef, all right, I want Sudesh Verma to take that, because we are talking about an event, Sudesh Verma, 528 years, 136 years in the legal courts, which we've seen, Ishkar and Chetan, all of us have seen in the courts. Finally, now no attempt to polarize it, and yet COVID is now the new excuse. Sudesh Verma, how are you going to look at it?
Yeah, is it COVID that is the worry of people, or is it the Prime Minister going to lay the foundation ceremony? That should be very clear, you know. If it is COVID, be sure that the Prime Minister goes and addresses army people, which are more than hundreds, and they maintain social distance when they interact with the Prime Minister or they interact among themselves. It's not that the first time such an occasion is taking place. Many occasions are taking place in this country. So why do you want to stop that? Is it because you think Prime Minister will get the mileage, BJP will get the mileage? If that is the reason, then you should know that everybody in this country knows, the whole world knows. This is the BJP. We had committed ourselves to construction of a grand Ram temple, because Bhagwan Sri Ram is not just a religious figure, he's a cultural figure. He from him emanates the civilizational values and cultural values of this country. Even your forefather, he was Bhagwan Sri Ram. If not as a religious leader, then at least an ancestor. You should feel pride that the Prime Minister of this country will go and lay down the Silanyas for the grand temple, which is a never before kind of event in the history of this country. You see, because we take our civilizational ethos, even the Constitution of India, even the judicial values, they are based on the values that inculcate from Ramayana. People want their brothers to be like Lakshman and Bharat. They don't want them to be like Aurangzeb. You must understand this. And this value has to be inculcated. And the Prime Minister, who has got this commitment fulfilled through judicial process, because we were the ones who said expedite it. We were the ones who always said that judicial process should give a solution. And we are very happy about that. Why should there be a problem for anyone? You see, if social distance is maintained, we are fighting COVID. We have already started the unlockdown process. The country is moving forward. Why you are getting so panicked about it?
All right, so
let me also get in Pradeep here. Pradeep, you've been to Ayodhya, you've been seeing the mood, the celebration there. I just want to get in my other panelists here. Chetan is also on the debate. Pradeep, I want to get a sense of first, what was the celebratory mood at Ayodhya? And do you think this is about coronavirus? Do you think this is about other issues? Or is this really coming to the moot point of trying to actually get to a government, whereas this is about the sentiments of billions of Hindus who are trying to revel in the movement of a Ram Mandir finally coming up at Ayodhya?
Well, Rhythm, I was there in Ayodhya for a week. In fact, the whole of last week I was there. Mere insertion of the word secular in the constitution does not mean these political parties of AIMM are secular. Now, what is Ayodhya verdict? The Ayodhya verdict was given by a unanimous verdict given by the Supreme Court. Now, what is the Prime Minister doing? The Prime Minister is following the verdict of the Supreme Court in letter and spirit. Now, these individuals were thinking from the past 2 decades that we will do the politics of majority versus minority, and this is why the entire the Ram Janmabhoomi movement was pending from the past 2 decades and for centuries, in fact. Now, not even one incident of violence has taken place post the verdict, which clearly reflects the sentiment of people on the ground. Now, on the ground, Rhythm, in Ayodhya, whether it is a Hindu or a Muslim, everybody is in a celebratory mood. It's a mini Deepavali there. People are saying that it is COVID-19. So we will not gather together, but we will light a diya in our house,
Yes.
and that is how we will ensure and reflect our support to the Bhumi Pujan. Now, these individuals who are saying that Bhumi Pujan, it is about mixing religion with politics. Well, iftar parties was the start of mixing religion with politics. How is following the Supreme Court of India's verdict mixing
Chetan.
religion and politics? This is extremely obnoxious, to say the least.
Precisely.
Pradeep, I heard you. Pradeep, I heard you.
Chetan,
Can
I want
respond
to ask
now?
you then, why criminalize the
Pradeep, first
issue?
and
Yes,
foremost,
Chetan, go
This
ahead.
is the first time.
Please.
Okay, see, first and foremost, this is the first time that I'm agreeing with Pradeep Bhandari this time. You know, the verdict of Ram Janmabhoomi has been celebrated by all. It was a constitutional bench unanimous judgment which has been absorbed by all. But at this given point of time, I do not want to get into the Congress versus BJP. If I'm going to talk about Rajiv Gandhi got these locked open, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to talk about it that Mahatma Gandhi, he said that I want to have an experiment that how much faith I have on Ram. And when he was going away, can you just give me 10 seconds more, Pradeep? I did not intervene when you were talking about. See, when Mahatma Gandhi said, I want to test my own faith on Ram, when he was going, what all words came out of his mind, you know it well. Rhythm, you also know it well. So now look at this in the contemporary subject matter. We have to see one thing. You know, what should be the priority? I want the temple should come up. I am not saying the temple should not come up. Temple should come up. And this is certainly going to enhance the economy of the particular state. But what is the priority? What is the principles? What are the attributes of the Ram? We need to imbibe those attributes and those principles of Ram. Are the politicians imbibing it at this given point of time?
So
30 lakhs is the number which you have said right now. And if Ram would have been here in today's time, if the
how is the Prime Minister going to the Janmabhoomi against the principles of Lord Ram? Well, I have been on the ground and I can assure you that none of those principles are violated. No, you please tell me. No, I want to understand from you, Chetan, which principle of Lord Ram is violated if the Prime Minister goes and does the Bhumi Pujan? Who do you expect to do the Bhumi Pujan? No, I don't understand this, Chetan. First of all, I think which principle of Lord Ram is violated? Do not beat around the bush. Please tell me which principle of Lord Ram is violated. And if you feel and you are also agreeing with me that
name the people, not only Chetan, I also want my other panelists on the show. Pradeep, I also want to get in Danish Qureshi, Ishkaran into the debate. Danish, you have similar problems here. I just want to ask you, name the other people. 200 people have been invited. Name the other people who should be there. Is this really about, like Chetan said today, I'm agreeing with Pradeep, is this about having an issue with the kind of guests or the BJP there trying to think that they are getting mileage out of the Ram Mandir, or actually having an issue with the Ram Mandir being there? What is the communalization? What is the politics, Danish?
First of all, what Pradeep stated, I am disagreed with that statement. He is misguiding the entire nation. Supreme Court of India didn't direct to the Prime Minister of India to go and do the Shilanyas of Ram Mandir. This is the clear and fact. Second thing, India, the state who has no religion. Our constitution says state has no religion. When state has no religion, why the top post of the country, the top post holder of the country, Mr. Modi,
He's not said that. We're all very aware of the law there. And this is not about what the Supreme Court has said, Danish. We are talking about if the Prime Minister is going to lay the foundation stone, what is the issue with that? Who else should be invited for it? Do you think Mamata Banerjee should be there? Who should be there?
Supreme Court, I have not dropped the claim of Babri Masjid. Supreme Court stated that Babri Masjid demolition was an anti-constitutional act. The culprits and the accused are not been punished till yet. Why? This is the backstab under the religious minority. Remember, this judgment is the backstab against the justice of religious minority in our country.
If he will keep quiet, I can speak.
Let me complete.
I can't shout over him.
Let me complete. Ishkaran, let me
She took my name. She took my name.
Ishkaran, let me
Rhythm took my name.
After that, you can start. Let me allow to complete. After that,
okay, I'm going to let Danish finish his point and then Ishkaran.
Shall I continue,
All
Ishkaran?
right.
Okay, please do.
Okay, now the thing is, what is the priority of the top office of the country, Prime Minister Mr. Modi, that we are having a problem with China, we are having a problem with Pakistan, Kashmir is a hot issue right now. We saw what happened in Ladakh. COVID has crossed all the limits in our country. In such a situation, the constitutional post holder of Uttar Pradesh, the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh Mr. Yogi, and the Prime Minister of our country Mr. Modi, these two constitutional post holders are going to violate the constitutional norms of the country by doing the Shilanyas on the date which are they going. This is my opinion about what is going to be had.
All right.
Yeah, now you can continue, Ishkaran.
Yeah. I am
Okay,
just starting now. Continuing
okay,
about-
Ishkaran, please respond because it was. I just want to make one point here. It's a unanimous verdict, so please, Danish Qureshi, please understand one thing. 42 days the court sits from, and I remember we were covering the case from not even 10:30, earlier than that, to after 5 o'clock, and then to say a unanimous verdict is something you don't agree with. You may have your judgments, but understand the law of the land was laid after a lot of work. Ishkaran, last points on the debate to you. Please go ahead.
Rhythm, please understand one thing. Mr. Danish, now let me speak. You had your entire time. You had your time, now let me speak. Don't interrupt me now.
Okay.
You had your time, now let me speak.
Okay,
So
continue.
the fact here is, Rhythm, this is not something which is happening for the first time in this country. I'll take you back to 1951, where Somnath Mandir was to be made, and then the Prime Minister Nehru said it should not be done because it will be a Hindu revivalism. And he destroyed the career of his own cabinet colleague, Mr. K.M. Munshi. Then it is on record that he wanted the then president, Rajendra Prasad, not to go for Somnath Mandir. Then, when this hearing of this case was going on, there was this Mr. Kapil Sibal saying 2019 के बाद case की hearing करो. That time also wanting to delay it. Then, when UPA was in power, they filed an affidavit. और मेरे ख्याल से इससे despicable affidavit नहीं हो सकता था राम सेतु केस में, जिसमें कहा गया कि भैया भगवान राम है ही नहीं है, काल्पनिक है. That was the effect of that affidavit. So now this objection to Prime Minister going or 200 people going there is the same mindset. The objection is to anybody doing anything for Hindus or Hindu cause. And last one point, the same people who say that state is separate from religion were the same people, the first cabinet in 1954, which started funding a Hajj subsidy. So when you can have state funding a Hajj subsidy, then you do not find state should be separate from religion. But when it comes to a Prime Minister and not 1 rupee is being spent by the state going to do a Ram Janam Bhoomi, which has been waited for 500 years, you have all these objections. The objection is mindset. Be it Somnath Mandir, be it Ram Setu, be it Ram Mandir. I hope they change their mindset.
And therefore, I want to say that whether it's coronavirus, which was an issue that was raised right in the start, whether it is a appeasement that is being raised here, whether it's the fact that you don't agree with the judgment, the fact of the matter really continues to be, Tausif, Chetan and Danish, the fact is that if there is a Bhumi Pujan, it is something that we have to look at after a certain amount of hours that have been spent in the judiciary. This verdict is coming, we have to abide by it. I want to thank all my guests for being with us. August 5th is a day we're all looking at, and we're going to see what happens there, because this is a stone laying ceremony. There should be no politics over this. It is only at such a point when everybody is looking at this and looking at what happens 10 days from now. I thank you all for being with us. Have a good weekend. Thank you. Stay safe.